Alright, so at the end of the day, everyone should know how to say apa khabar. Apa khabar? Apa khabar. Yes, make sure the Malaysian delegates, you need to educate all your other team members, yeah? Okay, to give an overview of the youth program, let's invite again with the biggest chair, our TF2 chair, Madam So Mei Lee.
Thank you, Suhana. So, I don't know what to say. Normally, I have to prepare speeches for people, but I don't know how to prepare one for myself. Okay, it's quite funny, ironical, but sorry. So, before I start with the overview, I just want to say 3 things here to all of you. The first thing I must remember to say, I told myself, I must say welcome. Welcome to WGC2012 Youth Program. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur. Welcome to Malaysia. And welcome to the Petronas Tower 3. Okay? I may not sound very welcoming, but you can hear all the welcome from Suhana. I try to be very young, like them, but I know I'm not, but I'm still only 32 years old with Petronas. 32 years old serving the Petronas group, okay, so I'm young in that sense, okay. So, but the second message that I want to put across very strongly though, is thank you, a big thank you to all of you. First, to the bosses of all these young people who are working with me. And in fact, I'm working for them. They are driving me instead of me driving them. They are really slave drivers, these people, So don't think that you are the TF2 chair, you can sit back and relax. These people keep you on 24/7, right? So I'm very nervous because the energy level is scary, And the ideas keep oozing out from all corners. So now, first and foremost, I want to thank all their bosses, because this show would not have been possible without very good supportive bosses, without the conviction, from these bosses to allow these volunteers to carry this job through with me for the last 3 years. And specifically, a big thank you to Mr. Kanan, the CEO of K-pop. For donating Miss Suhana, okay, and I'm not sure if Tengku Nasaria is here. A big thank you to her as well, CEO of Petroscience, for volunteering Jasmine Yusof, the Secretary of TF2, for that long period and duration. And also, specifically thanks to Datuk Medan, Suhaimai, and Hanif, who were all supposed to join us, but due to some last-minute reasons, they could not join us. And thanks to Emran and all the people who has been very supportive of me and my team members to make this show possible. Okay, a big thank you to the bosses. A second thing is a big thank you to all the sponsors. Dialogue, the name is not here, but Dialogue specifically nominated. They are probably the first company to submit nominees to attend this. So I know Mr. Ngao and his visionary, commitment to talent, to youth. So he has been very supportive of this program. So thank you to Dialogue. I don't know if there's any rep here, so please give a good applause. Okay. And I cannot say in one breath all the names of these companies: Oman LNG, Halliburton, Hess, Dimension Bid. So give a clap if you are here. Okay, Schlumberger, Baker Hughes, and AET. Okay, Weatherford and Rock Oil, Petro Edge, Maxis, and also the Petronas Leadership Center. Okay. And not forgetting the big ones, Cogas and Total, Now, this show would not have materialized without money. So their support is very important, So to do this, I had to run it like a P&L business, money in, money out. So you can imagine it's a big business to run this new program anyway. And of course, last but not least, to our major sponsors, Petronas and Shell, who has been the anchor in supporting TF2. All right? Okay? And the third thing that I must remember to say, as a human being, we are not perfect. So my sincere apologies if this organization is not perfect. So we are all humans. So in any case, it's very Malaysian way of, being humble. Okay? So I'm not going to take too long. So I would just go through the program very quickly. So we will have the opening ceremony today, starting at 1400 hours to 1600 hours today at the main hall and also in Mandarin Oriental. One thing in Kuala Lumpur, we don't have that big a facility. So our city center is very small, modeled after London perhaps. Okay, so delegates will be there for today. And then after the opening ceremony, between the, 16:30 hours to 8 p.m. tonight for the welcoming gala dinner, you will have some hours to rest. So get ready, by 18:45 you will be going for the gala dinner. All right? And every day on this floor, what we try to give to the youth delegates is some information, knowledge, perspective and views about the industry, on the industry, and we managed to secure very good speakers. Again, I must remember to thank all the speakers, moderators who have graciously accepted our invitation to speak at these conference events, FOC, free of charge. It's very nice of them to commit their time and energy and effort. So I have invited 3 keynote speakers for 3 days, 5th June, 6th June, and 7th June, and they are Mark Hall from Bengas, Ada Gomez, she's also the chair for Task Force 1, and she's a consultant, ex-CEO, President CEO of BP Brazil. And then Alan Lim, CEO of Rock Oil. I'm not sure if he's here. Okay, so they have all accepted. And luncheon address, we have 2. One on 6th June, Mr. Greg Haas from Hart Energy, and also Mr. Klaus Reinisch from Petronas Energy Trading, okay, on the 7th June. And we will have a panel session tomorrow morning at 11 on evolving petroleum professionals in the gas industry. And we have Rasik from Stambaje, Heike Boss, who should be on the way soon, from VPHR Upstream Shell, and Dr. Yika, our TF2 member, as well as Yika. And also we have a very special personality today, Gert. Now, I have to do Dutch, French, whatever. Okay. Gert is going to be our youth roundtable moderator, and he has graciously accepted that position, even in the very last minute. Thank you again, Gert, for making it a success for us. And the next topic is on emerging technologies in the gas industry. We have 3 speakers. Marie-Josée Foniquet, I don't know, is French enough. Okay, she's from GDF Suez. And then we have Mr. Floyd Peterson from Chergali has, and none other than Mr. Wong Seng Kee from Shell. He'll be speaking to us, and we have a moderator, Nuzalina, from the Malaysian Petroleum Resource Corporation, from our government. The next panel session that we have is role of guests in building better communities, and this session will be moderated by Professor Mike Han. Mike, can you please stand up again? Again, Mike is one of the consultants for our study. So in TF2, we have to do not only the youth program, we also undertake a study. Please remember to get hold of a copy of that book on nurturing the future generations for the gas industry, of which Mike, myself, and Deloitte team, we work together to produce that report. The report that you actually see is only 65 pages, but the report that we actually did was like 200 pages. So you can imagine that, Get hold of that copy of report, plus the TF1 report on building strategic human capital, okay? Please remember that as a very important takeaway from this conference, okay? And of course, on role of guests in building better communities, you have none other than Mr. Hon Wan Lee, our TF2 team member, committee member, and he is really an expert. If you go to Hong Kong and you look at how the gas, city gas is done, you will be so impressive. You don't need to go very far. How town gas is done, right from checking your gas burner tip to response to emergency calls, and they have 24/7 call center with people speaking in Tagalog, Indonesian, Malay, or whatever, right? So because the maids are foreign maids, so Filipinos and whatnot. So it's a very impressive organization and system. And we also have Dr. Engineer Stefano from Spain, and he'll be also speaking on the experience in Spain. And our own Dr. Chan from Petronas Gas Business, he'll be speaking as well, moderated by Mark.